What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
My name is Jeff.
And on the back of the PlayStation Showcase, seeing Final Fantasy XVI, of course, I'm very excited, as you'd expect. I know a lot of you right now are going, oh, Jeff, more Final Fantasy. Well, do you know what I say to that?
Like I give a shit.
But in all seriousness, yeah, very excited about Final Fantasy 16. So what I wanted to do, I really enjoyed doing sort of my reaction video when I reacted to my first ever video. So I thought we could do it to the gameplay video that they revealed it, like the state of play. I haven't really watched it properly yet, and I thought this would be a good way to do it. Just before we get on with the video, I do just want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons. What you do, it really means a lot. It goes a long way to help me improve the channel and, you know, hopefully making better content for you guys. So yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. Let's get on with the video. Very excited. Here we go.
Hello everyone.
Honestly, less than a month away. It can't come soon enough.
And welcome to the State of Play. Today, I'm here
And as you guys know, I'm always going to be excited about Final Fantasy, but I don't think, because of kind of being excited for Hogwarts and then excited for Jedi Survivor, I haven't been thinking about this too much, but now they've kind of been and gone. Can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait.
Gameplay footage running on the PlayStation 5. I hope you'll stay with us until the end of the show and enjoy everything we have.
Hopefully you stay till the end of the show.
With that,
The Platinum Jangus
let's
show.
get started.
Wow.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
It looks so good.
You are key to this mission's success. Yes, Sergeant.
I mean, look at it. Wow.
I said focus, Wyvern.
And I'm so happy. Sorry, yeah, I'll probably pause it a couple of times as we go through, just so I'm not talking over not just the gameplay, but when the kind of narrators, you know, explaining stuff to us. But I'm really happy with the setting. Yes, 7 is my favourite, as I've mentioned 8 million times. So you would maybe think I prefer that setting, which is more, it kind of leans towards science and sort of, it's more futuristic, isn't it? Let's face it. But no, in actual fact, it's really the story that does it for me with 7. I actually do prefer more of a kind of medieval setting, you know, kingdoms, castles and magic and all that kind of stuff. Kind of like a, I don't know, like a Game of Thrones type setting. That tends to be something that really kind of grabs me. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's going to be great. You know, and I'm not just saying that because it's Final Fantasy. It's looking really good.
Home sweet home.
Allow me to welcome you to the world
His voice
of
was
Final
familiar.
Fantasy 16.
Moogle.
Final Fantasy 16 is the latest installment in the Final Fantasy
Wow.
series, a storied franchise with 35 years of history. Yet while this is the 16th mainline title in the series, there's absolutely no need to have played any of the previous games before jumping in. With a fusion of real-time action.
So that's a question that gets asked a lot. I might as well answer that one. If you're a kind of a newbie to Final Fantasy, is, you know, do I have to have played any of the others? You know, where should I start? Honestly, the answer is no. First of all, you don't need to have played any of the others. And as for where you know you want to start, it really is up to you. Of course, I'm always going to recommend playing 7. I know I would recommend the original game first of all, but let's face it, it's quite hard to look at now. So people might pick it up and just be like, what are these box monster characters? It's like, it's offending my eyes, I can't do it. So although I think you would benefit from playing the OG before playing 7 Remake, for example. Yeah, I mean, 7 Remake's a good place to start, I think, to get you kind of hooked in. But yeah, you can start with any of them. There's a couple of them throughout the series that have got a couple of sequels. 10 has a part 2, which is not great, but I enjoy it because it's Final Fantasy. 13's got a kind of a part 2 and 3. So there are some of them that have got sequels, but in terms of the mainline entries, you can kind of play any of them, and I think that's what's kind of great. You don't need to know anything about the history, just kind of jump in. But yeah, play 7, the best one.
And RPG features, Final Fantasy XVI has been developed as the first true action RPG in the series. Using the power of the PlayStation 5
Look
to
at
its fullest,
Phoenix.
the game
Phoenix is
delivers an
super cool.
expansive, thrilling gameplay experience
Wow.
which we liken to a high-speed roller coaster ride.
Phoenix fighting Ifrit. And I'm going to do another pause. Sorry, I swear, the pausing will stop. Hopefully I haven't run away by now. We're stopping it all the time. But no, I wanted to touch on this because this is one of the reasons that I love 9 so much, and why 9's probably my second favourite, is they really did utilise the summons. Yeah, I'm going to say summons. They're called Eikons in this game. Guardian Forces in another. Esper's in another one. You know, they do Aeons in another one. They keep changing them. But it'll always be summons to me. The same way it'll always be Tidus and not Tidus. Anyway. Yeah, 9 really kind of, it heavily focuses on the summons, you know, and often you get in cutscenes where they're fighting, specifically in Alexandria when Bahamut's fighting Alexander. It's just so cool when they kind of utilise them, and the fact that the story seems to be kind of heavily formed around them. I don't know a lot about what's going on just yet. It's still, you know, up in the air. But there seems to be quite a heavy focus on them anyway. And the fact that you get into battle as them. I know in like 7 Remake, they join you in battle. You can give them some commands and what have you, which is a little bit more than the old games where they just came in as part of like a little cutscene and done some damage. So they've kind of upped the game. But this is looking next level. You know, I can't wait to, you know, have full control of Ifrit and just cause absolute havoc as well as the other summons. It's going to be phenomenal. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Promise no pauses for a little bit while that happens. I've got my Final Fantasy 7 mug. Of course I have. My boy Cloud on there. Ramu's looking unreal. Shiva, incredible as always. Come to me, Ifrit. And this also suggests to me there's going to be a big focus, because the kind of cover art often is explaining what the story's around, and we've got Phoenix and Ifrit there in the title.
The protagonist of our story is Clive Rosfield, and his journey takes place.
I did say I wasn't going to keep stopping it, but I need to there. It's just about his name. So something else that kind of I thought of quite often with Final Fantasy, as you guys will know, the names are very fantastical, aren't they? It's very rare that we get something that's quite normal or that your next door neighbour might be called. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the name Clive just yet. Apologies to any Clives out there, no offence. But for Final Fantasy, I don't know, maybe something a bit more fantastical might have been more fitting, but I'm sure it'll grow on me anyway. I'm sure it will. It's not Squall or Cloud, is it? Or Lightning. I know she's technically called Claire, you know, or Noctis. Not quite as cool as those, but hey ho. 'Tis what it is.
We follow the epic tale of Clive, Shield of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria.
The epic tale of Clive.
It unfolds across 3 distinct periods in our hero's life: his teens, 20s, and 30s.
Okay. I wondered why we've seen him in different ages. I just assumed maybe there's a couple of flashbacks in the trailers, but that's cool if you get to do longer segments.
The story begins with Clive in his 20s. A fully playable flashback will allow you to experience the pivotal events that shaped his past and present.
There's a flashback. I haven't seen this before, I swear.
The curtain open on this newest Final Fantasy adventure. Just
looks so pretty. Look at the combat, it's just so bombastic and love it. Yeah, from what I see in the very first trailer, which is a while back now, it does look like Joshua is connected to Phoenix somehow, which is very cool. He's quiet for it. Wow. Okay. Nice. See what the menus are looking like.
Navigation in Final Fantasy XVI is driven via a world map.
It's probably going to tell you again, so I apologise if I stop it and kind of say something they're about to, but it kind of give my own opinion as well at the same time. This is something else I'm on the fence about. I think I was hoping for more of a kind of an open world, a bit like 15, but it seems like they're leaning more towards like what 10 had done, where you've just got a list of locations from the airship, and then it would just kind of drop you into a semi-open world. And for those of you who haven't played 10 or who are not big Final Fantasy players, something like Neo, if you played Neo, you just pick somewhere off the map, don't you, and you're dropped in. I'm sure I'll love it when I get playing. It always concerns me how linear these locations are going to be when you just dropped into a little place, but I'm sure time will tell.
With locations being added and updated as players progress through the main narrative. The world map can be opened at any time, allowing players access to all manner of locations.
I mean, that's what I read anyway, and it seemed it was official news.
Here, players will meet new friends, encounter formidable foes, and uncover great and wondrous mysteries.
Wow, it's absolutely stunning. It really is. Wow, honestly, like, that's why I'm now suddenly not speaking. It's just because you guys know how much I love the series. It's just, for me, this is everything. And I know it won't win all the awards, but I just know this is going to be my game of the year already. I can just feel it.
Next, I'd like to talk about the combat of Final Fantasy XVI.
Yes, please. Talk about the combat.
All the battles in the game take place in real time and are not turn-based. As Clive progresses through the story, he will learn a wide array of exciting abilities from the Eikons that he encounters.
Okay, interesting.
Now, let's take a moment to admire Clive in action.
Wow. Absolute machine, isn't he? Look at him go. Clive's the boy, even though he has a poo name. There's a lot going on screen though, isn't there? Diarrhea Christmas lights. Just getting visions of me playing Forspoken recently now with all this going on screen. I love all that, so it's perfect. Just like a kid, all the colours, just like colours. Yeah, I'll never grow up, never. I'll still be 90 years old playing Final Fantasy 40 or whatever it is, getting super excited. What's next?
The abilities that Clive wields have unique characteristics depending on the Eikon they are derived from. Players can use ability points collected by defeating enemies to unlock more abilities or upgrade existing.
Another little pause there. So yeah, with regards to upgrading, I mean, I don't mind these kind of trees and the way they work. I just hope you can kind of over level a little bit. Something I do love about Final Fantasy games is kind of, you know, staying in some areas, grinding up some levels, some gear, and yeah, it makes things a little easier. But I love being overpowered and smashing bosses that were meant to be difficult. What really annoyed me with some of them, like let's say 13 for example, is there was a cap with how strong you could get until you got to certain points in the story, which I can kind of see why they've done it, but it was a little bit frustrating. Hopefully you've got that freedom and that flexibility to just, you know, do what you want.
Ones. Can't decide which iconic ability to unlock or upgrade? No problem. You can let the game choose for you.
Interesting.
Final Fantasy XVI includes a range of timely accessories to provide support to those players who may not be so skilled at action games, bringing them a truly enjoyable experience.
Seeing icons at the top has reminded me of the other one I didn't say, Espers.
These accessories until they find the one that
just keep it
perfectly
as
matches
summons,
their
man.
own playstyle.
We all know they're called summons.
A combination I can particularly recommend to those who may struggle with action gameplay.
Yeah, quite like how the
is
HUD's
the
set
Ring
up.
of Timely
I was
Focus
wondering
and
how it
Ring
was
of
gonna,
Timely Strikes.
how it was all gonna look on
This
screen.
combination allows players to unleash a wide array of different techniques just by pressing a single attack button, as well as shifting into a window of slow motion whenever Clive is about to be hit by an attack, giving them a little extra time to hit R1 and evade. Alternatively, players could equip an accessory that fully automates evasion. As I said before, I really encourage everyone to discover the combination that works best for them.
I think you've got to dodge for yourself. You can't just have auto evasion on.
And
Can't
for
wait
those
to
who
see
want to
that
concentrate
screen
on the story,
in a
don't
month's
forget
time
to
and
choose story
press new
focus
game.
mode before starting a new game.
Story mode?
In this mode, timely accessories are automatically equipped from the start, allowing players to immerse themselves in the narrative experience without having to worry too much with the action.
Yeah, we'll probably go action focused. I think when we play some games, I like to just take the story in, but with Final Fantasy, as well as wanting to enjoy the story, I do like that bit of a challenge as well.
Clive will meet many characters along his journey who will join him as friends and allies.
We'll go.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you
Yeah, that
survive
voice.
without
I know that voice.
Adolphus, who becomes a
Is he
mentor
from The
to
Witcher?
Clive. Jill, a friend from Clive's youth.
Jill, Clive and
Such
Jill. Some
encounters
very
and
normal
reunions
names, isn't
will
it?
set Clive on a path of great personal growth.
It is.
Clive!
Some of these companions will even accompany Clive on his adventures, fighting alongside him and finding lots to talk about along the way. That said, players will only need to focus on
The
controlling
pooch gets to
Clive.
fight with you.
Party members are fully AI-driven, providing support for the hero and constantly adapting and responding to his actions.
Well, that coffee was amazing. Much needed. We're recording quite early. So yeah, definitely needed a coffee. Just looks so good. I don't think I can wait another month.
And we cannot forget Torgal.
Badass pooch. Oh.
A smart,
Cats are better,
strong,
but do love a
and
good
fiercely
pooch.
loyal hound. Torgal is always by Clive's side and willing to stand by him in the face of whatever cruel fate may befall them. Torgal will act
Do
with
like
his
that.
own
Used to love it
accord,
on 8 when
but
Angelo
players
used
can
to just
also
come
give him
flying out of
direct
nowhere.
commands.
Angelo Rush.
Just don't forget to give this good boy some treats.
Ah, who's the goodest good boy? Sit in the master's chair, pet
Get her
the
upstairs.
pooch.
But none will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it?
She's the best healer this side of the belt.
Hear that voice?
You've nothing to worry about. Go on.
He's
Have a look
definitely
around.
from The Witcher, isn't
Bring
he?
my soul in.
Is it The Witcher?
After progressing
That's gonna
somewhat
really
through
bug
the
me,
game,
you know.
Clive will gain access to Sid's hideaway.
Ooh, the Hideaway. Safe place.
Here in the hideaway, Clive will find
Sid,
a shop.
of
where
course.
he can
Wouldn't be Final
purchase
Fantasy,
new
would it, without
weapons,
Sid?
armor, and consumables such as potions.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Well,
Blackthorn, a highly skilled
Set
blacksmith,
forward, yeah.
works the hideaway's forge. Bring in materials to craft new gear or upgrade existing items.
Will do.
After upgrading your equipment or unlocking new abilities, try accessing the Arete Stone. Here, players can enter a virtual training area outside the bounds of time and space, where they are free to refine and practice combos of their very own. Once you're confident in your skills, try your hand at arcade mode and see how your scores stack up against players from around the world.
Interesting.
The Hideaway is home to a lot of other features as well. Not only will players discover a variety of side quests here, but they can also view information on quests offered all around Valisthea.
All right, Clive.
Alright, Clive.
Too busy saving the world.
Too busy saving world.
mid. When did you get back?
We'll go.
Oh,
So
I
cute.
wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Sorry, I like doing accents. As you've probably gathered by now.
Visit the Hunt Board to gain information on elite marks, fearsome foes lurking about the realm in desperate need of slaying.
Nice.
The Moogle will be your guide.
Iron Man.
There's also Lordesman Harpocrates, who will unlock Valisthea's secrets as Clive recounts tales of his adventures.
I like that. That's cool.
To study the tomes?
Sorry, got a bit excited there.
Here for another of my lectures.
And Vivian Ninetails,
What is it that
a
you wish
scholar
to
and
learn?
strategist who will be
Here's the
more
latest
than happy to
Vivian
explain to
Ninetails.
Clive the current state of the realm and provide information on key players. There are all kinds of interactions and features in the Hideaway.
Yeah, they
to
haven't
help
half gone
players
with
get
like
even
really
more
kind of
enjoyment
normal
out of
names,
their
haven't
time
they?
with Final
I
Fantasy
suppose it
16.
suits this time. It just does seem a little strange for Final Fantasy. And the music. I haven't mentioned that once
On
yet.
his
And
travels,
it's probably my
Clive
favourite
will
thing
encounter
actually
a
about Final
wide array
Fantasy.
of fearsome foes.
I really need to go and see Distant Worlds. It's got Marble in the corner, but we all know that was a Marlborough, right? Night of the Blinding Dawn. Are you touching it? Clive, get up.
He will, of course, clash with the dominants who wield the power of the Eikons.
Just looks so cool.
Colossal beasts who hold the surrounding lands under their sway. Mysterious constructs of the fallen, a civilization shrouded in mystery.
There's never any in between with me. I either talk too much or I'm just so invested in what's happening I'm not even going to speak. This is amazing. It really, really is. It's so good.
And we cannot forget the Eikons themselves. Experience unparalleled real-time action combat as
Wow.
Clive takes command of the iconic might coursing through his veins and shatters his very limits.
It's awesome there, the way that was
The
class.
shining point of Final Fantasy XVI, however, has to be the breathtaking Eikon versus Eikon battles.
This is what we signed up for right here. Why is he called Icon of Fire?
These epic confrontations all play out in real time, allowing players to control their very
Oh no,
own
it says it
Eikon
for it.
with their
Maybe the
own
first time you
hands.
meet him, he hasn't kind of revealed his name, I don't know.
These battles differ depending on the Eikon encountered, and every showdown is unique, right down to gameplay.
Ramo's so cool.
Players will experience everything from a 3D scrolling shooter to a heavyweight wrestling match with devastating attacks that encompass the entire battlefield. These massive scale boss battles are entirely seamless, and I can promise you heart-stopping, controller-gripping excitement. I can't wait for you to get your hands on the game for yourself.
Titan as well, wow.
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I!
So could I. Oh, Bahamut, the boyo. Very different. and interesting. Honestly, proper getting my nerd on here, loving it. Titan Lost. Listen to the music, man. The music's amazing, absolutely amazing. It's getting me well excited. Can't beat a Latin orchestra in full floor.
So everyone,
Goosebumps,
what did you
chills,
think?
literal
Thank you for
chills.
taking the time to join us today.
And that's pretty
Final
much
Fantasy
the...
16 will be available worldwide June 22nd.
Right.
And there's still plenty that we've left to reveal. Battle content, side content, endgame content, and more. We hope to bring you more on these aspects of the game in the near future. Also, I'm truly excited to finally be able to reveal that Final Fantasy XVI's main theme was written and performed by one of Japan's greatest recording artists,
Wow,
Kenshi Yonezu. We've still
amazing.
got a lot more in store for you
Nobuo
in the
Matsu's
coming
still my
weeks,
boy,
and I
but
hope you'll
the
all
work that this
pre-order the
guy's
game
doing
and
for the
join us
music
in
is
Valencia on
incredible.
release day. This has been Naoki Yoshida, producer of Final Fantasy XVI. See you again soon.
16プロデューサーの吉田でした。
Just wow. And there you have it, me reacting to the State of Play gameplay for Final Fantasy XVI. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed watching it, because it's looking fantastic, isn't it? It really, really is, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. But like always, we're a backlog, haven't we? I need to hurry up and finish the games I'm playing at the moment so we can get stuck into that, because ideally I don't want any other games on the go while Final Fantasy 16 sat there. It's going to be absolutely incredible. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video today. Please drop it a like, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It really, really means a lot. And whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.